100 FM The Pike. There's your haircut today from Slaughter and Up All Night. Well, there's a new brewery in town, a week old. A week today, right? You guys opened a week.
It's a week today.
It's Odd by Worcester, part of Odd by Nature.
Yep,
brewery
absolutely.
Out of Maine. And we get Jay and Justin in here, the two guys who run
What's
the
up,
joint.
guys?
Yo.
I was just thinking, I just ate a Pop-Tart sandwich with Reese's peanut butter cups and spicy habanero pickles, and I'm thinking my stomach's all churning. So I'm thinking I definitely need
a beer.
I could use a beer right now.
to settle it down.
I mean, if you're going to do it,
You got to wash that down.
do it
for
all
sure.
the way, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Breakfast
absolutely.
of Champions, that's what they say.
So you guys just opened in the newly rejuvenated Midtown Mall.
It's in the process of rejuvenation.
Yeah.
Up and coming.
It's on its way.
But they got some good places. They got the Doho Cafes in there. The Woo Juice guys are in there.
Yep.
The Clock liquor store is in there. They're going to have that gym upstairs.
Yeah. No, the gym's awesome. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We're super happy to be there.
Yeah, it's a whole
Nice.
floor. It's nice, yeah.
A very unique place.
Yeah.
You guys have chosen a 90s theme.
Yeah.
And so you've got a few tables, and I think at every table there's a video game system, right?
Yeah, we wanted to open up a tap room that just kind of made people feel like they were back in the 90s. That's, I was born in the 80s, but I grew up in the 90s, and kind of as soon as you walk in and step on our AstroTurf floor, you kind of feel that way. There's a huge 90s mural on the wall with everything from Carlton Dancing to Mortal Kombat to Ace Ventura. Every table has a retro mini console, so there's 2 PlayStation 1s, 2 Super Nintendos, and 2 Sega Genesis. And and I think the beer, the space, just everything cries 90s. We actually found out today that there's a 95% chance we might be in an old Strawberries record stores. Where
That's
we
right.
opened,
There was a Strawberries.
which is pretty cool.
That
I'm pretty
is
stoked
very cool.
on that.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
awesome. Yeah, it's you can go there and pretty much do what you do at home.
Yeah.
Drink beers and play video games.
That's it.
But do it in a much cooler place, and you get the AstroTurf. So if you spill a little, it's okay. Right?
Yeah.
Is that why you put the AstroTurf in there for spillage?
I think just like we wanted to make it feel like people were outside even when they were inside. You think back to like Steve Butabi and Night at the Roxbury, and they joke about that club that's outside and inside. And I think just
that's
like
outside, that's inside.
yeah, I think like in this weather, people want to be outside, and sometimes you can't be, whether it rain or snow or anything like that. And this gives them a space where they can feel like they're outside all the time.
So how did Odd by Nature Brewery, how did they come to choose Worcester to open up another place?
Well, we love Worcester. I mean, luckily I just had my son here 4 months ago. He's Worcester born.
Nice.
And
Congrats.
thank you. And I love this city. The city itself has been growing for a long time. It's the second biggest city in New England, and we have a lot of love for this city. And we felt like it was a city that was just not fully represented in craft beer. We have a lot of friends, Greater Good and Wormtown, but we wanted to kind of bring something new and something unique into the area. And this felt like a great place to do it, especially in the Midtown Mall. It's something where being in a mall is very 90s and retro, too, and retro's in.
It is indeed.
Yeah, and I think just me and Justin, who's our general manager, this is what we're into. We're into video games. We're into the 90s. This is like who we are. So it didn't feel like it was a stretch to just kind of turn the space into what it is.
You have some very unique beers, and you guys do a lot of collaborations, and one of those is with Sublime, the band Sublime. And how did you guys hook up? What are the beers, and how did you guys hook up with them?
Well, we have 2 beers we make with Opie Ortiz, who's the tattoo artist from Sublime. I've known Opie for about 15 years. He did my first tattoo in Long Beach back when I was like 22 years old. And the 2 beers we make are Nature, which is a double New England style IPA, and 16 ounces to Freedom. So both of those are modeled after the Sublime Self album coverage, and then also the 40 ounce to Freedom album.
Right.
So he does the artwork for them. They're Mango Kush Terpene IPAs, so there's no THC or CBD, but they taste kind of like that dank flavor you get. And we also donate 10% of the proceeds from both beers to Bradley's House, which is a nonprofit charity that's run by his widow, Mama Troy, out of Long Beach, California, that helps musicians with opioid and addiction-related issues in California. So,
right. For
really
people
cool.
who don't know, Bradley Knoll, the former singer of Sublime, died of a heroin overdose.
He did.
Right, so that's why they set that up. That's pretty awesome. Justin, do you mind pouring a couple of samples?
Yeah.
And actually, shout out to Jacob. So Jacob, Noel, Bradley's son, just they announced that they're reforming Sublime and playing with Eric and Bud. They're playing at Coachella. They played their first show a few weeks ago. And Jacob's a good friend of ours. He played at our festival, Oddity by the Ocean, last year. So we have a big music festival every year up in Maine. This year it's May 11th, and we have Fortunate Youth playing. Actually, this will be the first time we're announcing, but we have Spose playing live as well, who's the king of Maine. So we sell, so we sell tickets for $79 for GA, $99 for VIP, and it's all included. So you can drink from 40 different breweries from around the world, and you get to see Fortunate Youth and Spose and Over the Bridge. It's going to be a really cool day and a really cool concert, and we love getting involved with music. So
nice. All right. So what do I have in
This
my
is
cup?
the 16 ounces of freedom. Start with the lower one first.
I'm definitely getting the tropical fruit here, just in the aroma.
It comes through nicely in the nose.
Oh yeah, that's perfect to wash down a Pop-Tart Reese's peanut butter cup sandwich. Does this have any actual fruit in it?
No.
Hops give off that
right,
aroma
it has that
flavor.
aroma.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
I was just looking for my daily requirement. That's all. Any chance I could add to that? Say, well, I had a couple of these, so that would count. But this is
the
still,
quota.
It's fantastic. I had a beer there shortly after you guys opened. One of the most interesting and unique beers I've had. It was we talked about it a little, Jay. It has that a root or like a yam in
ube.
it.
Yeah, ube.
What's that one called?
So that's Purple People Eater. We've made that twice, and it has ube, which is a purple sweet potato. It's used a lot in Thai and Vietnamese cultures where it comes across as like a vanilla flavor almost.
Yeah.
So it's made with ube, white chocolate, and coconut.
Oh, my gosh.
So it's kind of like a dessert
So
sour
good.
beer.
Yeah. I didn't think I'd be into it because I'm not really super into sours, but this is just so delicious. And it reminds me of that, maybe you guys remember, it's like that little shortbread cookie with that raspberry sort of fruit thing on it.
The Archway soft cookies?
Yeah, I believe it might be
those
that.
I just polished off a box of
There you
those
go.
earlier this week. I still buy those.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what reminded me
That's
of.
right, it does, because it has a little bit of coconut.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Now that's blowing my mind
memory
right now.
unlocked. There you go. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, and so how did, like, as far as those beers goes, and then what was the other one I had? It had a gummy bear garnish on it.
Airhead one, right?
Yeah, Airheads,
Okay.
which is watermelon and marshmallow.
Yeah, and that was really nice.
Yeah.
Also.
No, I think craft beer itself is under transition right now, and I think ourselves being a craft brewery, craft beer is a pretty small market, even though it's a big market in terms of like the majority of beer drinkers. So we want to kind of be a craft beer brewery for everybody. If you come in and you go, hey, I don't like traditional IPAs, well, we have other things. If you like stouts, we have that. If you like a lager, we have that. If you want fruit beers, we have that. We want to be able to find something for everybody when they come into our space.
And lastly, let's talk about the lager you brought today, which I think it's good, and it's also a great idea. And that's the parking ticket lager?
Yeah, so that's our flagship light beer for the city of Worcester. You can kind of see it there on the artwork. Hopefully they'll post it later. But it has a car with a lot of parking tickets on it, with the Polar Park in the background, and just one of those things where I think just being here and opening up this business, in the months leading up to it, us and the other small business owners, we've gotten a few parking tickets actually.
Oh, yeah.
So we figured we'd make kind of fun of that, and basically we have a promotion going on that'll be going on forever, where anytime you get a Worcester parking ticket day of, you can come into our brewery and we'll give you a pour of the beer for $1. We would give it away free, but the state won't allow us to do that.
Can't give it away,
They don't like that.
At least you get to do that, and you get to put your parking ticket up on the board. Just make sure you pay it before you put up the
That's
ticket.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
we just thought it'd be
fantastic.
fun, something cool to kind of welcome us to the city. And we have a lot of really cool beers coming out in Worcester. We have a collab with Woo Juice, and then one that's everyone's really excited about. We have a collaboration with Hurricane Betty's, the strip club, coming out.
Oh, my
in
God.
the next 30 days.
Iconic.
So it'll be called Sweaty Betty's, and it's a
Oh,
blue
my God.
Hawaiian cocktail beer. Yeah.
Actual dancer sweat?
Not in the beer, but
Okay.
probably on the labeling. Maybe we'll have them come down and help us
I
label
can't
the
believe
beer. Yeah.
Has anybody done a collaboration with a gentleman's club
Not that
before?
we're aware of, but
I don't think anyone's thinking the way
Are
we're
you
kind of
kidding
thinking.
me?
We're just like, yeah, let's do that, and that's
he was
kind of
stoked for the idea.
yeah. Mike, who owns the place, was super stoked, and I think it's one of those things where it's like, listen, these iconic places in Worcester, that's who we want to reach out and make beer with. And I don't think you can think of anything more iconic than a Hurricane
place in
Betty's.
Worcester.
Yeah.
For some.
Yeah.
For some.
Yeah.
For maybe.
Yeah.
That's insane. So what's the projected date on that one?
Probably in the next 30 days. Or
Okay.
So. Yeah.
Okay.
So right around probably middle of March,
I
we'll
can't
have that
believe
out.
that.
And that'll be a blue Hawaiian cocktail beer made with pineapple, orange, and blue raspberry.
Right.
That'll have a voluptuous woman on the can, and then the can is going to be sweating itself. It's going to look like the can's dripping down sweat.
Oh, my
So
God.
Dripping in
I'm
heat.
excited.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
So, and we hope to make more with more iconic places in
Yeah.
Worcester as we kind of grow here.
Well, that's fantastic, guys. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for bringing the beers.
Absolutely.
And it's already starting to settle my stomach.
That's
my body's
perfect.
starting to feel kind of normal.
Good.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I don't know if
all we
that
can
means
hope
I'm
for.
an alcoholic, but still, this is delicious beer. And you're at the Midtown Mall.
Yep.
It's Odd by Worcester,
Correct. Yeah.
Right,
Odd
not-
by Worcester.
affiliated with Odd by Nature.
Yep, Odd by Nature is our
Right.
location in York, Maine, which will reopen the first week of April. It's seasonally closed right now. And then our festival, again, Oddity by the Ocean 3, will be May 11th. Tickets are on sale now. And we're open in the Midtown Mall with Odd by Worcester Thursday through Monday from noon until 10 p.m.
All right, nice. Thanks, Justin and Jay, for coming in.
you're welcome.
Odd by
Thank
Worcester Brewery. Check them out in the Midtown Mall. What's the website they can go to check it out?
www.oddbynature or www.oddbyworcester, and everything's Odd by Worcester, Odd by Nature online.
Nice. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in, man.
You got it.
Appreciate
Cheers.
it.
100 FM The Pike